Area was for Miss Atano, area me wa how.
Nampom to say.
Yada Christo ase. Yada Christo ase. Ayi your friend say who said me be say Uncle for the Omakaifa Easter. That I know na Gaifa Easter. E me can say yo, Miss Atano, be honest.
Yeah, my honesty may offend you or offend Christianity.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bank crying.
And I won't use that. You come home and celebrate.
Oh, you will meet my yes, I be doing pemper. So I say we have been deceived for far too long. Mekai we are kataban so pa nkai biach. We are belim peha. Yeah, nam. Ye buko to dre. Yeah, sorry. You could assume see you could point A, point B. Yeah, Ben Nantis.
And now go Roman.
Go Roman.
I'm observing a power. Holistically.
I believe there's no sunshade or baby.
I we are so sad. I am a savannah.
Baby, I'm your secretary to the church.
Hey!
For 15 years. Yes. When I'm here, a sorry announcement. I believe sorry. Oh, I left the area. If you believe me.
Then I'll call Roma. I saw
you. Say men na mokola na se mete se obi aka asori dan no na mnim se nipa no woni na ye
no
ye besi asori dan ye sha asefro no it was the slogan am ekwan na ye say ye can say asori dan no aka say ye besi nti ye decide the gentle boy omo ama no nyina it is asori dan ko dum pempen so a and eti nti yes I've played my role but I'm talking about Christianity in general. Mame, yenhwe bibi. Nyamesom ho papa. Wo a wonje nyame ndi na je say bibi how. The existence of God is real, very real. But the way abrofo no present in nature no. Omo presenting to suppress us. Inti look, dear Christosum enya edi Africans no. Odwen ho awonti ase from every facet of life, our real to friendship, everything.
I'm why.
Yes, we have abused it in a manner, and I said the way they taught us to go about it. Now, anka yen system na ye wo. Obi betumi abie ne pon ato so 24/7. Nobody cares no. And now we see down so to war tin. All these things as a result of indoctrination. Ekrofo di buy ya kata onimi mompa ye ne ewia. You say normal p and even ye can say china ye Easter. Ye china ye Yesu no. In other jurisdictions, and just our calendars anymore. The whole world is confused about Christianity and how Jesus came about, how he died, and the people around him. Until we share calendar, you used to see the whole world now. Other say we want to and then adia bechi waha, adia some baby. You be celebrating a new year waha. Now, into the world itself, nobody will know exactly what brought it about, how it was formed in terms of bibiara where we are seeing. Ya church keke obi na me a bible no nyina de bo me wo mu kra ne King James no mo no normal o hini bi danka me fa so ayi togba afedi ono ni decrease wa church no normal na say gamma nche ono wa church no normal na nne ye de abo ye ho safo hini wo dwon wo nte ase
we are sure sir
it is the truth. King James of England ono ne decrease ne nsem and yet they look, we have a history and they brought their history and their culture to us. We must have stuck to our history. And now we can confirm not just Christian be able to do what to the point that even Asofo omujina pop so preach against your friend is saying confanoche e bi mo dia bonyo so kan so ko fe wu adraba want to me amba but you can say Jesus a wu akosoro ndi and ya je di. You can't say Mary, you assume na koso ya jedi. You can't say Elijah, you assume na koso ya jedi. You say ya ji omo nyina omo de accept ours. Is that say na do dan kwakufa do be se ne cathedral no. Okọ Israel ko fa ebo. Sanke kan so onko atwea no onko paibo no kakra mfa beto ho. Anko mbe ka say ye sombosom. So me for now my perspective on Christianity no, way from what I used to believe in. Nyankopon de me ginidi nti I worship him in my own sense of belief. Say, I will not go and sit in any church from now onwards. This will be inviting me for a particular reason. Now, some make us say, especially the prophetic churches. So, who pin me down, say, I'll go back to my Catholic church. And I say, any of the ones closer to Catholic. But I can't leave the Catholic and go to any other church. But I've experienced prophetic church, I'm who say they are scammers number one. I'm telling you. Intermediate, Easter, Modia, and they don't add anything to the value of the African. Even they don't add anything to the value of Christianity as well. Rather than say, be preacher, Bible, there are only two things that governs the Bible: knowing good and doing it, knowing bad and avoiding it. As simple as that, from hair to cream. That's how it is. Inti do na do unuya ye papa ma unuya wunya bi am obi nso bi obi ho kire no aboa no obi wu a help and I say obi hia bibi aboa but yes mame ye kan be
as ye the case osum na kata ye ni na
kata ye ni asay ye no ma bebre as we speak, and it is real. I was social media nkrofo abre omani a omoye robotics no man na yete ha bompa ye
na me kan bibi say Ghana according to the 2021 census. Yes, Christians say 71%. But chrono nipakum
yes
ene niema bia ekoso because ohwemu a anka me fan say either private institutions and as a government institutions a Christopher na anka head no e was nka pepepe ye ekoso ho e was nka discipline eye adwuma ho enso ye hu ni sa
mame we are deceiving ourselves. Look, I suffer for modi anim bebre no a I say say they are coming back to roost, telling us the truth. And the kind of cars they drive, a bit more convoy outside Ghana, no, a bit more convoy a now cathedral and Crawford they told us that we shouldn't talk about it because the president is using his own money, not the taxpayers' money. At the end of the day, they buy still, and they have been able to rope into political system to the point that they don't even see the needs of the ordinary person in their churches. And to me, dear Mame, my perspective now, seriously, say about the word Christianity. Dabi. I am an Africanist, and I want to believe God the way I believe in Him, that He exists. Without Him, nothing can be still without God. God is real. We haven't seen Him.
I'll see you at the
yes,
backstage.
then we talk.
Yes. About it. I don't think.
Mami.
Akwaba.
Medasi.
Biabo kwa die.
Namiado.
Afishi apa.
Ochina Easter one.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Ya kan afeno anka afena ankasa.
Okay.
Akwa aprobatu.
In the birth of Christ there.
Death.
The birth in the beginning of the year. The death now. Oh, okay. Okay. But
we be at the D.
Namiado.
Achana bakwa so ben.
Maybe call Lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
Normally no Independence Square.
Oh, okay.
Every year.
And the activities ben now.
Into Ochina so here call Lighthouse at Independence Square.
Oh, okay.
Ochina Stadium, not the Independence Square.
Oh, okay.
But mostly now here Independence Square. All Lighthouse in Greater Accra and I think part of Kaswa. In Asia every Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, 2 o'clock till evening.
And Good Friday pay.
Good Friday. No, Good Friday pay. Yeah, Good Friday pay.
Sunday.
Na Sunday you call the various branches. We call the branch na wo me hono, Chanta hono, Lighthouse.
Sunday there will be a corner sorry.
Obi a corner sorry. Me.
Is there a reason, a purpose there
Friday no. I say Good Friday no. Once I a Good Friday. Until Friday is the beginning of the event is the salvation. When I started, when Wanka, like onto me until the beginning of the salvation starts with the Good Friday. Until we all go. Formally, we share black and red because that's the time. So we used to come to Kodesh, but now man does until moving to Independence Square now, and that's how we do it. To it's like mourn. But the preaching is for us to understand the salvation and for us to understand the price Christ paid for us. And then no, nyame as a back. Indeed, as for the salvation there, I believe say Obia believe in the salvation, the death and the resurrection of Christ. Now Sunday no, yeah, sorry, and they are welcoming the resurrection, which is also very important because once Orianka, the process will not be complete, and that's how we observe it at Lighthouse Church.
Beautiful. Constance.
I don't my boy house to my bread. And I think by 3:15 I see me because me go for na train.
Why?
And tabura ho. But response in so nyame adom power on the ground. Their response is very good. I'm just believing that they'll keep to their ways. I want to say none of 4 years say kasa. None of us one share be sometimes to most buy say oracle fadu. E ka e na ya bi. Nancy Olonji. Oh, Nancy Olonji smart tablet no. Or see smart 100 schools. I bet you use some of them this year. Now you use some next year. Now by December no. By next year January you're no more a president. Oh Debbie. And the Ghana phone just had mistake in that. Was I be on the ground? Man nanti pa na be brave. For na they have even given up. Be brave complaining. Okay, say same way COVID-19 by Okasa fellow Ghanaians now do say or see 88 hospital.
Never done 101.
Bakukra on you
111 hospital.
In the may say microphone may share.
Why a researcher who say be 111 on ye? Ye
bakumpo.
Oh,
we have not. No, what I mean, no. You're not getting me. Or see obesity hospital. What I mean is that you see we like it's operational commission. No.
Okay.
You know, on my timeline say within 12 months, a pound cry or some another 12 months, a pound cry. My point is that you be bakwa noa. You patients for treatment. Debbie. Yes, sir. Intimate microphone I may share some. I'm just hoping say ni omuka you know. I'm going to say AKWAFO you know. They will follow their ways and make sure on the 7th of December no, they will push me there because when the response will come. The BIAMAH council, the GUD telephone number. In every letter area, BIAMAH targeting say at least make shaking hands with 1,000 plus people. Wow. But to me, yes, I will Cosmos Chantai, and that's how we are moving. See, I don't be behind that camera. I'm just hoping, say, like I said, no.
We are also behind you. Praise be because of fan. Munkaila Jonas. Yes, what the school in this name is that no?
Jackson College of
Jackson College of Education, Kumasi, right?
Affiliated to Winneba
University of Education, Winneba. Yes, okay. Also was standing for SRC president. In Jackson College for Madaroma, Montuma Munkaila, Mame, why? Middle Rias, Makuma Mutofe. I may be Bia, no, Montomano. Now, our brains, no, our connections, no, support in whichever way. Within the limits or best support him.
Media mileage, or better media.
It's a a private training college.
Because lady do sorry, so admission until I trained to become a teacher.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't you go straight to Winneba or UCC this time? And also Jackson's College in Sweden, but I didn't know much about it seriously. And so now. She enlightened me more about the school. I think they are doing well because I'm a good report about the school.
Mrs. Jackson, the owner of the school, or your educationist.
Oh, okay.
Retired educationist. Now she's very, very, very good. A bad disciplinarian aspect of in life. You lie bad. You lie bad. Yes, you will be a iron lady. She's an iron lady. I'm telling you, she's doing well. Yada radiasi, yamrai, some go up no so, diary, yamre diary near Ecoso, ho, the son of Meshasi also. Yamre diary near Ecoso honorable. A binamo commissioner, ya the time also since 2021. I want to know why your mao contract, but John Farmer phones into silent. Yeah, why your mao contract? Can't be any one more, just say, extend your offense, where you my way, no, your mao extension. Nothing shows, you are just there. Emma Okopie, Public Accounts Committee, and him Emma Koyen Sempi when he was asked about his age. I told say Ojana Tua will be na enka na age man no sense so it is saying you enipa bi no so sorry ye ese papa no wache enti no am say Mr. Tano na mo ka ho ana group bi no mo sorry ye drop petitions ahodo to parliament to even GRA itself so wo mo hwe na papa no on retirement because we due kra man time atwam abro so eni nyina didi mu na fe de mampanyisa ayo wayi no na board no so no wagu no
me does interestingly what the marshal says we ask and I will share the arrangement of the topics so I can say no be last but in fact I wanted it to be first a jebo jenya bedru concerned citizens of Ghana menua Charles Akowa on a convener and me a deputy yeah information about Nkrofo and yeah GR Nkrofo omo are retired now still omo edaso eti adwuma more or less illegally yanti as say president no has the right to extend will be our retire in a contract any of the state institutions now onto adwuma pa e bi aban no and I say president fee say wo year so for I think on 2 consecutive times or so na ebeto ja say GR ho sensem no na agye ne ho sekyerem na wo Ghana ha regards omunyuma omudi deals ahoro omoye engagement of certain companies are year dubious ne normal nti no na ma ye zoom onto GRA because now you vacuum ne other areas are here picking information about retirees who are still there in other state institutions. But when the GRA Bruha started, I mean, no more yen emfakwem traded advocacy for traders as a whole. Taxes are small, most the normal cost of now. As I say, you may any coho. And to many Charles, you be any started say PK information and investigation regards the cost war. Until my daddy said there were a number of people who are now on more contracts, or more retired. But specifically, Ura Amisha died. While retired, Amaya is standing the contract first, and I think second. Now the last one, say, 2021. 2021, a woo year. There was no official letter for him to continue as Commissioner General of GRA. And so, Papa wo and SML Munina buy and send bibri. And ye tribo mo say ye betwe mombe ewo. Emma Yakobo police foreman ye no mo transfer ye hye bibia mo so. Ombe boy ho ba pepepe Emma many Charles Akowa and other supporters. Ye copycat wo a Independence Square near free honey called First GRA to present a petition to them. And omudi chinso ma ye free honor ye call Parliament and also ye present a petition to them. Emma a representatives of both parties eba be receive ura no dom prene ura Ahmed Ibrahim no ura Dongo also. They came to receive this petition. Any other parliamentarians. Enti ye twen ye best bosom me and science ahoni ye ho say response bia ni ho a eba papa bia enti ye to so esa a press conference to remind them of our move on Amisha Dai enti anam say no in December o baby enti also ye press conference no ema modaruma yenya mileage on it pa enti yakoba say ye frɛ opani na yetoto na no ye nyina ye nim de see ya enti enu aye da sorry ye ne ye say omampani se see ya wan renew ne contract ne bi na emum wasesa no de obi foforo ahye ho a na first of all make say at least omampani na ye kan wontie ba at least this one watie because nkrofo na omompe say owura Misha die obetra ba bi oto na omodo so pa bo muntumi nka even within the same setup no. Otherwise, we couldn't have gotten the needed information. Any the inside normal and can say babon yen a better table so. Yeah, so we were very professional in not trying to bastardize the organization. We are called solely to Nipana Yeshua, and I think that we have gotten results. We are watching, and then we are going to assess Nipana Yedidashen and now the competence level. How she will be able to manage the place, because Amishada has set a precedent, and she was there, so she knew or knows what happened. And I want to believe that she will do the right thing, or she will veer off Amishada's course and do what is needful for this country to get the needed resources. Now, and we are happy as a think tank group and as a pressure group, and we pray, say, very soon, other institutions are but within the same GRA, the customs, I should be precise, customs, there's one person there. NJBA, a press conference in we are still trying to unnect no manner a cost woman when more manage we are still working on those things. At least that is the only contribution we can give to Mother Ghana in terms of governance. And say between your crocry and I am happy. Say finally Amisha Dai is gone.
But it still be I can say even the one who has been appointed no she's over 60 years.
Yes, and one thing that Mekancha will say, the president has the right, I mean per the constitution, to extend Ubia while retire if the services of the person is needed. And as in the competence level, no monim say, yes, the president has that right to do, I think, 1 term or 2 terms extensions. I would have been surprised if the president went outside to bring somebody, because this is someone who deputized Amisha Dai and knows exactly what is happening. She is very much aware of the reasons why Amisha Dai is going, and for that matter, she will be more careful. What we have unearthed, and I don't want to put it in the public domain now, because she has a certain background, not a boy, but it made people see her as a detractor. Because yes, because fact and say, so we a party general secretary or whoever. Now she brought the principles that she has from a certain country and or the buy. Until they saw her as we too know. Now party for how we see Nipan train. Hey, we assume as you way as much as no, and that's not how I work. Assume as be to assume as be her. Until my main dealing with and say we a party by into our buy. She had certain principles, and we are still digging. And I want to pray and believe. Say, what your bar no so that alone would make her, because in a percent a bar governance in other areas. Until I'm not surprised that the president picked her, and I want to believe that she will perform. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Alote.
Mami fa konya winchia. Etiefo nyina ewe na minchia anyaso tumfo nso ewe. The issue of GRA, I want to take it from a different angle. I want to say, okay, some few days ago, and I say weeks, we have a program, a bomb cheaper, and that is where I realized that there are a lot of issues at the GRA, sorry, a lot of issues over there. And to me, I didn't even understand. And my mom who say, I say, or about me and Caben Abano, because the way I can say and almost 30 unrealistic target. I think so mutata for like business and business. I was kind of surprised because him say as the vice president ubia etinia or AKWAFO do kaye obia nso enim say ono ye the head of EMT. That's the economic management team, no. Economic management team, no. They can't do without GRA because it's about revenue mobilization. To answer tax. And that's the only means by which we get money, or the most of the money is abanya or the boy is from tax. Then how to spending through the economic policies. And to be we chairperson and as a chairman for that particular committee, who can say about the GRA, I was surprised Because the target is set by the government. Because you are in charge of the fiscal policy and both the monetary and fiscal. Because BOG governor cry HMWC. Mona most set target you say I feel we say and I hear from tax. Say you can carry out with some of the economic policies. And see what's the target can say they are unrealistic, I got surprised. And later on say it in same from some of the GRA worker. I think their PR department I would say no. At all, the vice president cannot say that. Honami say no, the center cannot hold. There's so much confusion. Wow. And I feel because who now set the target at the moment? I've also target is unrealistic. They set unrealistic target. And say GRA boss cannot set the target. He will give you all the indicators, the tools, and he say, ADC and so to me because I know maybe a scanning every year but from internal revenue, from VAT, and I think so from the ports as the steps. And see, if you give me 10 cities, I can't give you. But if you give me 9, I can do it. And I think you know so I buying everyone plans for the year. That's a bad statement, which I believe say Oraba Humia plays a major role as the head of the EMT. So if you're the head of the EMT, I will play a major role to know how much is coming. Over to me, I implementing the economic policies to transform the country. And then the country is rather going backwards. No? How then do you come and tell me say GRE is setting unrealistic target? I feel so we also say Ankara businesses, they are harassing them. And that is the reason why Mami inti ono ba wofi na say they are doing omoye dem bia sebi enkoyi entwe ye wofi o. Now mami you normally no you see the man is the head of the family and I think so oba no so is what the one supporting and the fan is oba no vice president una wo supporting people man no and mami we pia baba munti a wo complain about niema na oba no eye to us. Look how it sounds. What you say? You have come what babonti you be a no ujina kwan mu complain and I mean bani yesi omu yesi it speaks volume about you. Wow. GRA is working for the government and the GRA is a commissioner no report to the government. He report to the finance minister is also a member of the EMT and I think so EMT no there's a leader and there's a chain of command. So who wants me babonti let the complaint come from the ordinary Ghanaians. Say, you complain say na GRA and yet they should adapt a different style. Let it come from us. But you to come and complain this because you are the head. If the complaints are coming, when they say then you change their mode of operation. Say, we no any friendly. Say, uji tax. I know you say, we fucking. They are chasing Crawford say, hey, come and pay. Answer, I'm sure. No. So if you come and complain to me, it simply means that a Juma na yedi share unsem no. Yedi share oraku from the Bobian sem no. Omo so and they can't do it. And it's clear. Wow. And that is where I mean who say no. Things are falling apart. The center cannot hold anymore. Wow. And here Nena I see finally the GRA boss no, Apamono, he has been sacked. The man's tenure was long gone. And there were so many what kinds of some scabby issue be buying. I am amount of money be bebre in same contract bebre basa. Wow. Bebre what say man go fie. So how far with the investigation? Ekosi saying Esikano Ghana Sekano as it come back to us. You see, I mean there are so many things AC with this particular government. I think say Ghanaians, we have given them kids gloves, give them free will, seriously. And sometimes some of us feel like the journalists are Ghana Hano. I could do any Baumia government, I say near I may not say that, but I say Mabre until you're just watching them. Because some of the things I see and Nigeria say NDC in Manka. You see, I'm with some. Sometimes when I look at the journalists, I look at the Christian Council, I look at the Muslim community, I look at I'm like, when you know, Kosu, and the only way they say, you see, man, Kofi, until that particular issue happening, and Ghana for sika a call from no. How far with the investigation? Sika no suwe. Mami. There are so many things.
And then even the number of years I was spending and after 2021 no.
Wow.
Up to now
They just renewed it, we know. Wow. In fact, at the point I was not even working without a contract.
Taxpayers you try to for all
yes.
21.
Wow. It's not say when you know. Sometimes you know, I don't know. Say journalists know. So okay, BIAMAH, some of them know. Almost Ministry of Information they be a honey be any pie be ever they be anti.
Be so if you say I can almost.
Oh no, but you see.
And I can be brain so I near target. Oh, your target was a seance on a bibi koya wa wouldn't buaphobia.
No, but mommy, this election year.
You are a taxpayer.
But your target okay care. Some can offer who to sports. But your target ne be a beshell baby a be brown and a baby at sa. If it happens to you, we dear now ye of course ye way now it happens to you. Who do you call for help?
Mommy a band is sent and Oram Mahama and NDC time no. Mutumikaya sustain the discussion for 4 years. And when the Obian target Obian so could be in the corner. The meaning say NDC any Mama there. You want to power. Indeed, what we are saying is say San Crofui they be a poison. Wow. Omunye. Oh, mommy. Poison.
Meso jina kwa mute na ko ni mame.
DK poison for no. Omunye. Wow. Because last year 2016 for instance, you know, journalists are more media houses you sustain the discussion. More repeat my the coalitions. And Crawford took advantage to lie to Ghanaians and winning power. But worse things are going on. Man can't say some already didn't happen. But worse things are going on. Nemona Elkos is say no. I mean, worse. Oh no, Yatobia, Giobia. That one we are quiet. Yeah, Hunia, Moka, yeah, Hunia, and I have to see they'll be tagging and all those things. Wow. But around my time, so we could have also tag you. And so we also have the potential to cross in the corner. Be say, oh, now you can't see. But yeah, Manasi, Azuri, Canadian, Ethnas, but Hanos, he has to run away to South Africa, go and hide, and all that. Wow. And see, I mean, things have really fallen apart, seriously. And the center cannot hold. Look, Vice President, Ennam, Wale, Oracle for the Nam, Chebi Hono, and I have a GR boss in Nam, somewhere. Everything is bazaar. Wow. Yeah, bazaar. I mean, you can see, because for you to come and tell me, say, GRS targeter, say Nyanse anymore. Then I begin to wonder, say, you the vice president, you are leading. Oh, boss no. Oh, Nancy, targeter, say Nyanse anymore. How you cannot achieve it. Meanwhile, it was the main targeter. You did share budget to say this year you want to collect over 173 billion Ghana cedis. So you agree. On the other side, also, you roll out policies. You need to spend over 20 billion. It's the same GRA you are going to use to get that amount of money. So when you come out and say this, I don't know what no contract. What now? I did an allowance where a security allowance, a cook, bibia, basa. It's becoming too many. I think we need to. Yes, Nina. I can't afford 8 years. Why? Wow. I think it's about time. But I can't set 7 or 8 months. I can't. Because this Baumia the government did. They to be frank with you, they have wasted our time. 8 years. You see, they be a mechanic. Now, you be say, and you be on to me found and see Bibiswa. I keep saying, say, you raise my expectation. Who can near and having so near echoes before no, you kick against. So I was expecting you to go extend the bar beyond near Okano. And I feel so the way you raise my hope in so for me, because when you don't send me there, no, you. That's it.
I was saying for 800.9 and I was so egua otie no me minty and ye de bremono. Now ye share the next on the bill no. Yera say don't get him say anti LGBTQ bill hon sense by ya sha dan tenenka bebre e wo mo em sa fe na wono so study emu a na waba out. Na some wo kan say mampanyi na Akufo-Addo onye courageous enough to assent to the bill. As Onia Kukudra, a bema no etimated and sap, a share bill no, as say. Is that an ordinary adrian?
Many adrian pa. In fact, many adrian more than the Onoan Casacroa can. O Cancrofonso are Omunia courageous, the Christian and the Muslim community. Even though sections of them I issue statement. I'm looking out for not statement, but a practical demonstration. Walk in the street, peaceful demonstration to demand the president to assent the bill. In the sense that say, yena yenim say sade we yempe. Na nipa baako a yen yede yetumi kakra ma no se hweye so no. We send this out to me no esisi yen. Sanctuary say monim nyansa na mode mutumi ma no. Probably you may say so. Say nyansa anka yemfa yetumi emma no. But it can only take one person to rule or lead a country. Now, the actions and inactions of Ronaldo Danko Akufo-Addo are portray to the general view on the LGBTQI plus. It has at least told the general public. Unfortunately, no. Or no actions and inaction bind the totality of the MPP for no. Whether you're a regular tester or caller, whoever you are, no. Now those actions and inaction binds you some most support LGBTQI, right? What is interesting also is that regular callers and testers now omo yati omo nkane nyina sa asem we omo aka ho asem omo biara ni ho a wotumi aka se of waso. What I've heard many of them say, they say omo di omo gidi say na do be sign. You understand? Omo believe omo na obesan no da ben. Se see parliament and rather firm on attorney general no me koso no tells us another story. Say the perception we have on the judiciary of today probably has been something that in the next shortest possible time. On one way, we may probably tell ourselves, say, to hell with the judiciary. And I say, you see, when Muhammad said that when he wins power, he will balance the judiciary. I mean, he was bastardized. But in fact, he doesn't only have to balance it, but there must be a special orientation to psych the minds of those who are there. Say, you serve a people, not a person. You serve a nation, not a town. You serve a whole nation, not a family. Until they understand themselves and believe in Ghana, and also psych themselves to know, say, we don't serve a master, but we serve Mother Ghana, with God as our main point of call. Mame, a bad drum, mama, daching power. In the sense, say, the judiciary, we have a certain perception on you now under the administration of Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, whether you like it or not. We're in contempt in saying anymore, Mr. Ramo. But this is how we see you now. We feel, we perceive that you are biased. We perceive that you are not doing your work the way, your conscience tells you to do it. We perceive you that some of you are playing that worshipping of master's card. We perceive the attorney general to be somebody who is being remoted. The perceptions are so many on the judiciary, and it shouldn't be so. Mame, are more dangerous when the citizenry start having a negative perception on judiciary and the security, and even government. Those three things say timamufuo shase say omubu efumo anaso omum pemo na ya na asem yaba. But you see, I must commend Ghanaians for how they have been able to conduct, and I say we have been able to conduct ourselves throughout the administration of Ronaldo Danko Akufo-Addo, especially the military. I commend all of us because the dictatorship that Danko Akufo-Addo has taken us through. But it appears that we are not seeing that he is a dictator. Rawlings was described as a dictator, and Nkrumah was described as a dictator back. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's dictatorship, a butchum. And he will go out of government before Nkrumah will come out. In fact, say a be a Kobane so lose election. That is when the anger within will erupt. That is when the blame will come upon him. He will sit in the house unless it be on Peso TV and Obeti radio. Nkrofo bonechi papa on Nkrofo, right? And oh yes, Nana Addo hasn't treated MPP well. He has not treated MPP well. Now, party crop on 122 or the totality of Ghana. Party for Moya.
Rebecca said, Ghana for Ankamfa, former President Mahama.
Former President Mahama, because of Nana Addo's actions and inaction, has made us now believe that John Mahama's administration was 10,000% better than Nana Addo. I mean, don't you
think Ghanaians are also going to say the same thing?
Mame, where do you again you? Mahama, how many times no high private jet? I can't even say Jai. How many times Mahama would to me Gina Simpioso, to me a boo I him for him tia? Which hospitals now Mahama Drigu ya Wensi? In Yuma Ben and Mahama was Shasia. Now, only commitment be our. I mean, let's analyze the things well. NDC, led by Mels Mahama Misata, had their fault. Me, I always bastardize them for not continuing some of the projects of Oman Penkufo. But of course, something like the Eurojet, they held it in high esteem. And many of the projects that they completed during their tenure of office. Numa John Mahama ye boon and what is the story? And governance style, I have said it many times. Who call me Kujina? Let me be precise in Kujina. Mabusu yamunyina omo be wuko amameto om de minim. Na mabusu yamunyina obi en ho wa bobredu na nado. And I'm sure not even any of his children. Enti Kujina baby engu ne fi. And now say, for instance, say Dr. Baumi, I'm for to meet many other Toyota, Capana, who the jump as a boss, Jacka. Say, met me, Janat Casafidu Macase, Dr. Mabu Mahamadou, Baumia, or ye, so. I won't use the word, but Yen Targano. I won't use it, but I have my own way of going out. And to me, Jabba be any Emma Engu Nanado Hufi. But at the end of time, Nanado. And then the governance style, and no pay, and Nana Addo, ne baby and what, my bob redruno. And I be an abuse young crop, be a Jamada. Me who be a bobra and doing the money. And I am very careful about certain words I choose when I'm on radio or TV. Now, the governance style, and you make her say, Nana Addo governance style is that of arrogance. Say, a difficult man is so better for to so. Yeah, Menko cabinet meeting, no. But it is what we are told by some microphone or money or more meetings, no. And actually, but I could be a better dry, I'm a topic. A home, home, or whatever it is, no, James Samos or the resign. It was alleged, say, we invite you over James Samos. And to reach James Samos walk on them, saying the instinct was telling him something. Or Frere, MP Noir. For me, MP no or boy or majority. So many of Kujami. I see allegedly. Omudu besides have I called you here? You understand? Allegedly, whichever way he said it, no. You see the reception to that man or boy or mobenya sa majority no. Not any allegedly, so mobo right? Enti, in no be more no ankasa party for no subaya or done a ditch or more. A presidency hall, any other meetings. When they are not happy, they come out to say it. They talk to friends, and at the end of the day, it trickles down to some of us too. And in the governance style, ni dimmy na person will be too because he feels he is better off than anybody. And now, on somebody are sure Mumu said they have the right of air to Ghana. And in Ghana, no, we should manage it as our business. Until one can say the party structures no crop no more or money more or less. Or more, no, forget it. Many of them have gone through pain, and some of them will even be happy if they lose this election. But coming back to the judiciary in conclusion, so normal we are panning out now saying between parliament, the firm judiciary, and the presidency, letter or hey, that dear grammar you this is part of the dictatorship. With this million of problems, how are the law students going to take it? What are they going to imbibe into themselves as law students? A certain precedent is being served. We a law student, and now would a reference to these pettiness. Parliament. How would you justify it? Sir? It was right for them to do what they did. And probably, I don't know if we have been hypnotized by Nanado. Obe free abemu and sana. Yeah, yet yabonti. You say, papa, we pa sana will pray and papa. And I need to you understand? Nanado has created a dent on the judiciary, a dent on parliament, a dent at the presidency, and the only dent he hasn't created in his own mind is the fact that they are the heirs of Ghana. But we have a different thought. Say, power is transient. Emre yenin kaso. Na ebeye papa soba ko trefi. Ni ya boarding papa. People will feel happy, thronging to wherever you live to come and say nana ye momo. Na ekobane say wa call retirement wuti fie. Na wabusuafo nko na baba chiawa. It means say o man wa mbu ni yie. O man pani kofo nkrofo queue to go and visit him. Ubenya ne sabiana. And I keep saying say sometimes it transidinia. Now me ya can say there are certain people in government. They don't deserve to have a state barrier to waste the taxpayers' money to bury them when they pass on. Some of them are more bedi or mine abrono. And as a mama mutim ayed din or mine so no. Na sabi yankupon will say why to the safrewa. Near Sanko is from a consolidated fund or a contingency fund. Yes, the Koye. Woman Abusia Fongo Cielo. Most of you retire with your salaries. Your Shamosako Simubre. Into I didn't ammonia the papa and farm or mano, Emma a move for a more coin so here. A Ghana Telecom anymore. My bachelor Hakanda. A Urana Yadria and Finfino. Flowers was supposed to be shrubs and I Yadria horn. Mammy. A full sako Kenya Miani. Na Obiasun who will travel. Cast near Tremuno and not Trimino. It is so a cockras and car a quaya, cast and taffas near a Urana a fool of her. Cast a baby tremback on it. Sana trimming a hardian. All these things, a Juma see a demand for Momoye. 2012, I hear the Benanado Danko Kufuado. I can say, or by when president Noah. Obe making sure say Mebruno Jumo de Bembo Pime or Sumbo a pavement of our road size.
I told you.
Or buy ye na or no ni fee any more. Na a hoye sakatu. Or Pamu or Munina. And next year ho sitting on Tisanga Sana Ring Road no. Nina left and right that Yanka Kangana and Yefe. O buy Mwawa de Accra Arabian trees Ababedriao. Yeah, yakano. But the interesting thing is that police station now, what we're born in police station now. We just a person another danko kufuado ni fee name of that of the Nima police station. What be saw say? Is it that of the animal farm system? Any Iranian said ye. Say, who fee any money? You're the taxpayer. SCS Hama. Now, dear, and also or shower so police and can stretch mark a cram call cry, and also a quay watch. Some
Kafra. Let's say. I don't tell Mammy. Auntie Gabriel.
Mammy.
So the old chairman, I can.
Mammy, near me, chairman, kind dear. Ghana phone this a more or motor about me about the chip. They will disagree with him, and your kind. Obian say, your kind of nuclear. AKWAFO doesn't have the courage to sign the bill. Now, mommy, like then, our minds back to near Ora Kandapa, a reporting National Security Minister. concerning judgments AP free courts no, whether High Court or Supreme Court no. Also can I say they should be very careful with their judgment. In some AP from that side no, they should be very careful. And I'm sure here we get to a point near Beijing same. Seriously. Only the reason why I know Honorable Roxin and any lawyer and Bianco Court in the bin. It was Attorney General, and I finally said the case should be given a speedy hearing. Or the case in the call now, no all trains say before case no. Attorney General, I finally say that particular case no pay. Only the day be a select case. I don't know if say it should be given speedy hearing. Meanwhile, on the party Nipa, JB Danko has been killed up to now. No speedy hearing to bring justice to the family. And only who yano. Wow. He filed. Overly, that means the other parties must be saved. Only said they were not saved. They couldn't get opportunity. Say almost a document, you know. And that's the reason why you see, you speed up everything. And that is what I'm saying, Mami. I don't know what is happening to this country. You're paying for no Christian Council, Pentecostal Council, correspond. Obia Yedin, Muslim group, Obia Yedin, all the chiefs, everybody is quiet. Media, everybody is quiet. But Niamana APA free Supreme Court, all our courts, no. Mami, enche ye crown. And I say, NDC for Pena, Yahonosa. Enche ye. Yaye bill, that is a anti-LGBT bill. You have to sign. President also own sign it. Uka sign on the 4th of March. Say you wait till Supreme Court issue no has been settled. Tell me Uka no, there was nothing before the Supreme Court. Uka sign on the 4th of March. Good, Mami, if you document which is kind Dr. Amanda. I think I'm right, Dr. Amanda. I'm going to call him. She date no. On the 5th or 6th of March, and a ban is a president who say somebody the next day or two no will go and file. And look at on the 4th of March. Wow. I will file no Honorable Roxin. The issue now on also filing it no, which has been done before. Who call back and the Rollins. Ora JH Mensa did the same thing. Reports are there. Say if you revoke a sitting deputy minister or minister appointment and you reappoint her, it's a new appointment. So you must come back to parliament for prior approval. And there be a JH Mensa edical court for the same purpose. Into Honorable Roxin, FIL in 2 weeks after, if any saying, Richard Sky and Dr. Amanda Falum after. But Attorney General, who say the Honorable Roxin there, we must give it a speedy hearing. Yes, in America, Roxin filed 2 weeks after. After 2 weeks. And to decide someone on the 5th state. And Roxin there was 19, 18, 19, thereabout. 2 weeks after. On a scale of preference, which one should go first? First come first serve. And here is Sky Mudiano. And Attorney General, you are the chief legal advisor to the president. Oh, see, you want speedy hearing on that particular case. Just say anti-LGBT, and we have a crown. Mommy, and we have a crown. You don't care. Oh. And even in writing to the court, say they should give a speedy hearing. The other parties now, more than 7 call, they couldn't even get a chance to get what to be served. But the Supreme Court went ahead. And in Sema Eric Belmonim, they threw it away. We should be very careful, seriously. Niamana air Kosumami is serious. But Obia Edin, oh, but me say, Ghana for the Ebedi Attrain, election day. Election day, I bet you say, Sebi, Omana Obono, so. And we are different. But must we always wait for election day? We must speak now. Oh, I say, like we should open our mouth to talk. But I thought said this morning, Meti Catholic conference. Can't want say nothing. Christian can't say nothing. Oh, nobody is talking. And I say they have the country and they are doing. And see, no wonder. And now, to master the courage and write such a letter to the speaker? No wonder that they should cease and desist. Who are you? You're too about Mao. You're too about Emma to Edema or AKWAFO. On no appointee was what? The secretary to the president. But you have the gut to take a paper and write. Oh, no wonder. They think the same way. Omo the PDS buy. Omo the Ghana Fosika 1.5 billion. A good pay this account. PDS go no. Sasika has not come back. Everybody is quiet. A Japan I buy Ora Martin. I can say there are so many shorty deals in the Japan. It can't go. President's okay. Retrieve it. Now do you know they spent over $12 million on the Japan, and also everybody is quiet? So you see, when we are quiet, they have their way. Everybody is quiet, just watching them. Meanwhile, because we are paying the tax. Oh, but they are making the money. In future, no Obiba, one of the big ones, Obiba can say, "Baba Ebo Bra and Ontina or Jai we mami no." You see, meanwhile, meanwhile, mommy. They be out here morning, afternoon, we are out here. Oh, but Obiba and Oba in future can say, "Oh, me about Benz, ni fear ni language because of Bobra." But we know what they are doing. Oh, then you know, see, you talk us ACC fear from the salary now, and who can build a 6-bedroom house? Assembly and no committee here. A security man, party loyalist, or a security man, one of the offenders here, and don't pay fulfill no. What you be say within 4 months, we see 6-bedroom with house within 4 months. Wow. Security man, oh, and no committee here, and the assembly court until lawyer now the assembly happen to be my lawyer, and yeah can't say now so why you busy, but these are the issues. Security man, mommy, which one the dinkra kwesi edu say on book run to me. I'm telling you. I also say, you know, but Ochina Neba Beka say Papa Bobra. Oh, and you're watching all these things. 1.5 billion PDS gone, $12 million gone. Reverend Misha die. Onusu Nidin Sweet Reverend. Reverend Craig Canadian. It's serious, no, it's serious. Nina Neko, Neba, and everybody is watching. Say, yeah, bill. Sign the thing, they say you wait for the court. Now, why can't the Supreme Court tell us what is going on? But they will delay just like the way or more delay. Friend is saying, level issue, you know. After Nepana Kofia, after naturally, you know, already system. That was when you brought the report. Say near president here, and how do you call it? Evacuate. Meanwhile, the guy cannot go back. Just imagine. So the same way they are waiting. Or probably be any time. No qua. Before they will come and pass the judgment, say, ABR, the president must assent to the bill. No, so the man will dodge. But OBN say, oh no, there is no way you will sign from day one. Because up to now, no, they stand when it comes to LGBT, no, OBN, because we and now, or channel can't wait, or say it's bound to happen. I feel what Christian Council say, oh, it will not happen under me. Friend is saying, American Vice President Bahano say, and you know. Some private person for now, or they call parliament. Look at all these things. And the man is just flip-flopping. You can't know what actually it stands for. And America say, but this is a crucial time for Oraba Omia. Yet Munkro now more time like you know, talk to him. Because up to now, nobody knows his stand. My name is Abia. Timothy never can do so count. Because now we don't know Oraba Omia. I was not friend Timothy. Me boy. I was before not comment this. My friend Timothy Baumia. And so you see, I don't know. Say Timothy, no, I'm not like is either a Christian in the morning and Muslim in the afternoon. We don't know. But as he stands now, nobody knows his stand. Obia in him near Ora Baumia eka about LGBT. The same way Ilabi by eka say we don't know his stand. Information minister eka say he was instrumental.
What was AKWAFO stand?
LGBT. Nobody knows. Or see, it's bound to happen. That's one. Vice President Kamala Subahano. Or see, and you bill no call parliament. It's a private people. Nobody call you. Original Christian Council. So it will not happen under my government. Into my original Kabuma 2 against 1. And 2-1 is majority. And if if you ask me, no, or no, he support the thing based on what near or no air cano because 2 for and 1 against. So I'll take the majority. And no point in change. Say no rubber with me and air or pre-say or no so boss everywhere as a mate, no mate say be on bus stop. On will be an incredible AC crowd him. Mate all this kind of on one ever can or send a boss everywhere on one super will replace him. At least on one super instance say he's against LGBT, no, he's against it. Into no one can say my boss go inside the thing. No, be a
no, when I'm pushing a manaka.
No, Ope a be free Ghana for mommy. And Ghana for on the floor of parliament room 275 now edge name amayeno. Did you see anybody voting against the LGBT? No. Meaning say Ghana for Nigeria too. But that's the meaning of democracy. Or more edge name because we can't all be 30 million cannot be in the parliament house. So Ghana for now Ope say or promote you from mate to a main driver. Driver Banza. They are saying some to come out and tell us say also you are against LGBT. No, be say then your boss. But you say no, we don't know anything.
Who can say the boss, right? The boss so akani or beka. And I say me ideas, me vision, me nema, me de eba. Listen, me de eba ababe boa ebugana. What you say? Nipa of family me be na be de. Ono so kuta ne vision and ideas. Enya me na me be impose me ideas on him. Etinyame adona me ba. These are the issues I'm also going to talk about. Bia declaring his stance on LGBTQ, no, or no, or at the right time to come out.
Mommy, then at this point in time, no,
because I could be there with the chance what you free on now.
Mommy, then at this point in time, no, Rabba Omia should cease taking salary from taxpayers.
Why?
Should cease taking no. Oh, say the boss, everyone plans. So he's waiting for the boss to go to implement his plan. Meanwhile, no, yeah, they may tax. Yanu say. It should help the boss to manage this country. And country no. If you are managing, no, in same way, Ghana for no, be any LGBT no. Into your home can we stand?
Oh, can we start? I don't I'm on petition.
No. So you see, mommy, one kasa meaning say, your boss area no, you support it. Yes, you support your boss for the LGBT. And America said. I thought he was a staunch Muslim, but Timothy Nekane, know, I'm maybe confused. No problem, but Yanfan is a staunch Muslim. Come out because the Muslim community is against LGBT. So come out and tell us. But say can't say or no one in own plans into our chance. Say then it should move out from the government bungalow. Can I chance on for my no chance? Or we need and then we pay more those things. Not implementing the plans. Otherwise, it's wasting our money. That's the whole thing.
Namo party B. And nobody almost support LGBTQ. Some resign. And just to protect the fact that I detest it. And equally, no, I think so. It is not wrong if
yes,
ask His Excellency the Vice President because a non-Crawford do one ambitious what to about. And for me, I'm scared for him. In the sense, the boss, you know, go against him. Until he should find a strategy to come out. Even if he will not say it publicly, he should find a strategy in one of his tours around. Yes.
Send the signal to Ghanaians.
Yes.
Yes. I want to say, Mommy, Ghana for say precept on Betoma Yeno. And I make us apart from kinky and fish, ni watch it, ni garini, LGBT, so can say my higher no. So you can't tell me, say, you give me watch it to eat, kinky and fish to eat. LGBT also is part of my values, you know. A horn in the air, you not touch on it. I will change. And that's the reason why I know about outcome about the 70 we know some of us didn't take it serious because you are part and parcel of the government. And I if any say 11 buy, you can say it will destroy that sector. What you also say, Otumamia, may you free. Can you imagine betting? Obi trying to bet a winning 10% charge, and you see, I can't want them the youth is complaining. O see, Otumamia, may you free. So, Ejima been pan now year for the past 7 years, no yet young to bring ideas to help. In fact, according to I can say, yes, Baumia has all the wisdom in this world, one kasa, to support him. So if everything be a no unkanwa, then we are wasting the money paying you. Ebe yem pay fee if any say e want the woman wale no got now no chance. You 2 years then you come back. Otherwise the man is wasting our time. Oh, and that's the reason America say you can't tell me say you have your own plans. Let Ghanaians know. So in addition to your plans, no, and you be LGBT, no, will stand any saying. Very simple.
That's it.
I'll take you back. Asamna ya botu oguno. Urada film. I botu oguno. Does it automatically mean say the nominees have been approved and our parliament no one because of approval?
I think
parliament be approval.
Parliament say I'm say all kononka omo the injunction man no there. I think say a parliament didn't mean set on them to approve them. It right now courts I question out. I think say
must recall this section and look at the report from the vetting committee and then accept or
approve them.
Approve
that
or
is if nobody else goes to put in another 10.
Yes. And see, normally a bar they will go through and look at the report from the vetting committee. Whether there's division.
Oh no, I mean I'm for the approval. I am at least. I mean, you cannot make governance stagnant. But Abasa because of Nanados and Asante Bedio chose normal a year hint. For me, why not? They should be approved. I can't 9 months thereabouts.
8 months.
8 months. In Crawford, they have young men to say Collins Malcolm Mensah. Now, first the appointment. Look at what is happening. There are others who have the commitment to perform, and then we are keeping all of them at bay. And you see the other side, no, they know that these are their colleagues. Those who have even lost their seat and they are CEO somewhere, no, they were in parliament before. And you see them as your colleagues, and I pray, say, nobody sends anything again to court to go and put more impediment. The more or less, no, he was trying to also show, say, the law can be tested in this manner, right? But I pray him, say, Omon calming down now, Omon colleagues, no. After all, it is a work for God.
Into Okasa, no, the council, for the sign.
And
Ghana for
close.
Yeah. Wow.
Hey, Dion, BMC 1, keep up the good works. I'm pleading with those who are going to to do things right where there. Greetings to our next president, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Abele Nungwa. Happy Easter to all of you. Good afternoon, Mamibia. Please tell Alote that he should tickle himself and laugh at the wrong side of his mouth as he is living in a fool's paradise. Please tell him those days are gone. And Nyasocho will never vote for him and his NDC party. Emmanuel Kwakuyamwa and Ekasa. Good afternoon, Mami Soja. Is it true that Christianity is still alive? No. Since the death of the apostles, Christianity has been and it is to this day hijacked and corrupted and used for evil ends and commercial purposes. True Christianity is dead and gone, and its killers are the so-called men of God and their so-called churches. What we see today is inferior counterfeit Christianity, supported by satanic oracle spirits and magic, and not by the Holy Spirit. Yo, say Meshach, Asante, and Odifria Masaman, the two living things which I don't trust them in my life are first, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and second, Supreme Court, especially under this government. But it doesn't matter what they will do. The second coming of President Mahama is a done deal, and nothing can change that. Enoch Asamaka say, a vote for Dr. Bawumia will be the worst of what we are seeing today. The achievements of Dr. Bawumia cannot be seen as he claimed. He has no idea about the economy. Let's reject him and save Ghana. My greetings to Asamanka say Messiah Owen, Kwame Frimpong, aka Darling Boy. Afe, another one, Mukaila Jonas said the year inside Kerry. Please let the entire NDC know that running to doesn't represent victory. Since the inception of the Akufo-Addo-led government, NDC and her members haven't won a single court case. Their cases are always thrown out through the window and later blame judges of being biased, forgetting that they don't think through before going to court. They should learn from this and stop going to court with weightless cases. Lawyer BIAMAH's case was dead on arrival. Regards to Honorable Philia Mensah for the MP for MP Papa. Happy Easter to Simpe family of Ghana and abroad, especially Kwame Cham of Abosokai, Mensah, Kila 2, and on no way by. Richard Amasama, my lady, good afternoon. I'm really annoyed this afternoon, Pacho Adjubre. The Greater Accra Regional Director of Health said on a sister radio station that the premature baby at the Tama General Hospital didn't die because of Dumso. BIAMAH and MPP appointees are following the arrogance and disrespectful nature of Nanado. Apostle Paul said, "Follow me as I follow Christ." Nana told the Aflao chief to use his own money to complete the E-block. Napo, arrogant, followed Nanado. He told us to prepare our own timetable. These people are insensitive, arrogant, and disrespectful. Richard Wayfrey Amasama and Odebai. Yamzuan, good afternoon. Ghanaians should vote massively for JDM and DC to rescue Ghana from Dr. BIAMAH NPP mess they have created. Dr. BIAMAH have run away from the economy and now fighting Eslowusu over digitalization. Since NDC brought mobile money transfers, the center of digitization. Greetings to Professor Nana Jane Opokwajima, Alai Baba, Odifri Madina, and Odebai. Good afternoon, BMZ1. A very special birthday to Madina to Idrisu of Ablikuma Central. May Allah bless your new age. Anyway, John dead goat Mahama should spare our ears with lofty promises as if he has not gotten chance to rule Ghana before. Dr. BIAMAH is the best man to lead Ghana into prosperity. Ekwiamoa Boateng Ablikuma Central and Onosudi Fribai. Mami Soja, good afternoon. Most 419 government and AKWAFO BIAMAH say no to MPP and say yes to GM. Because this election, we call it Rescue Ghana from Empty Head Leadership NPP. Vote for JM Youth. Vote for JM. Choboy for JM. Francis Arthur Amasama and Onoso Ediway if we buy. Mamefa last one we mrana fe yento aso. Biamzi1 Dr. BIAMAH represent the future and John Mahama represent the past. So Ghanaians, let's vote for the future. Come December 7th for the betterment of Ghana. Greetings to engineer pro-war next MP. Abele Edway Finungwa and Ode Ebai. Hi, and name. Come back with the last one, Neko. Alote.
Mami.
Have you spoken about the dismissal of the interlocutory injunction?
Make about the
interlocutory injunction.
Make about the anti-LGBTI. Or as you can say, president doesn't have the courage, you know. Make
okay, no FM.
But one text that can say,
and you so too. You will not win.
Menjiri said, "Sani pano eti anya so too." Because oti hopa, like Nema ekosu hono. Now what people have even complained. In fact, even their own party in the MPP, they are not even sure of their current MP.
Wow.
And the new person they have even brought, they are not even sure of him. And he Sani pano, if really otiwa, area, particular area, no, and I believe say oti areas say car crying to me corner. I don't think you'll be saying it. Debbie.
Now before you leave, unza Nansiana 13th African games call bar end. Last Saturday no we.
Yes, Saturday. Yeah.
Good. And no we closing ceremony.
Yes.
They say volunteers be volunteer almost at the end. They say volunteers ne officials no e dia ginam. Yakopa momo free friends hostel a omo da e University of Ghana campus ono. Meanwhile, I was saying officials na emo music allowance. Akam and the apam womo every hostel hono mo. There's a binso ye you foreigners o. And the apam womo no mo so ne friends and na ase yaka yen ho as leaders. Oho. Hwe napko. Those are omo call forest.
Yes.
Forestry, one youth in afforestation. I think it's up to now. Even the NAPCO for no crown before the program ended, no. Now almost akam allowance. What is wrong with us?
I don't know what. But Oshie Munzwa, every program BIA no present budget and the budget no capture we nyina
yes
nkrofo say yentu omo allowance nsu aye to aduane aye to hostel whatever ne nyina wo ho enti se ne nyina wo budget ne mu a omo sika mo omo e mainly say bakofo agisika ne nyina do ya actually agisika na mo no mo gisika ne nyina but on that same issue no me I don't know say you are aware say parliamentary committee no parliament on the youth and sports Afre said they should come and account. Sekana yedi more no.
Okay.
Account for the entire program. We no musi e about team man Legon. Seka musi nyina bring an account because we say don't be yankoyi. So volunteers issue no is even giving credence to the reason why parliament every accountability no. Wow. That's what they do all the time. Wow. Napco say how can one say no. It was a 3 years program. They be more than budget but every month, be able to say, 100,000. Who to 700 Ghana cedis. You multiply, you know. You wait from you know everything. Operational cost, you know. But the share unsema omuntia.
Sikana actually say family.
Say obvious, you say numbers here. If you need to be from the top.
That to the extent say, say a police officer crash station at Pentagon had to fire a gun.
Wow.
To I mean scare them so that they will go. Has it come to that?
Serious,
anyway, I'll tell me release you. Nyamen found
the this is quite banti.
Nanage. Akwaba.
Major so.
Now I'm here for him.
You can see the kind of stress.
Because secondary school from who free him to him by day. They've asked the question. That's how you're going to answer.
The thought traffic be more circle.
Afra.
Jennifer come be 30 minutes. Eventually, no, say me could find industrial area.
Oh.
Be room one. They be say me di. Be me free band. They be anka me.
Don't worry, that me just come me figures kawan.
That.
Na me can say.
Asan na onzo say that.
Be ni ho.
Any offer you buy, you offer say ni dia so no dey buy. Me so me ka kra kan kaja ne ho chire no ba beji akwesi me dia kodi traffic mama na say.
That over that me just come me fuel.
The o mama am offer bi nka ho na.
Beto fu ama.
Nya me nko na me hia mo offer so hia mo. Yes, we say the Bian and Sabody ni Bia by Yanya. Say ye June.
June and Yamai.
Now,
who don't say about Yaba.
Me doesn't me monster, maybe 3 years at all.
Said your own family.
Maybe 3 years at all, me monster.
You know what I'm for.
As a month and 4 years at all, no be a minimum in a young granted, he did a and as somebody in the Papa man go see a boy and Sunday, you know.
Then a major quay.
Son and cause say, you know, I buy me the baby of young Quebecers, the PBB didn't go about it. Oh, mammy. And I will be just a brand, my brain. I've struggled before getting here. I've really struggled.
That's a swabber. And I have a bob on some baby, so it didn't come a bema. I mean, Miss Woma. There be think of Bema, Miss Atano. I'll wrap up now for the sport. I feel your money. One class enough. Me move for the Akanina. I'm fan. But talk a bit in a year now. Sorry. Oh, then 2 to 1 chance. This is a political analyst, and this is in a canasemawi. Mr. No political analyst. Because Kanina is not on our side. Kanina Boom. Interlocutory injunction, yeah. 324 until we wait for. Honorable Dafiamako. Ede ehwasem court no ya court dismiss it. Anti-gay bill no hwasem so no according to Yera Esiedun Ketia say mampanyi need the balls to assent to the bill. And a GRA commissioner sacked, board dissolved. Kan nyina abo mama.
Na me da se. Edidi kan me fanchi amani FM. Atiefo ne. Adofo no mo sinkonwa na omo tie. Ma me wa fidi kesi. Wonim se Ghana ha de Ofia hanum ye fie ba ko Ghana for do na eti ha enim owura say kwa me despite yadana say ko say so nyankopon nhire di wachi a maame de oye bi yeyi enti ohwe ordinity nso be kan ho de we Ghana for asom maame nchia me nua ayi e say George Adenta George NPP communicator There be no Dodge Nash. Dodge Nash and so we MPP ni.
Oh, okay.
And now my wabo Nash and so di amentia George Nash.
I say no what to say.
Radiadom. We are maybe so for and communicating more.
Okay. Okay.
Of the only communicate pa. Ya ka say be ko ba intimi nkoi.
Na correct.
Eti yɛbɛhwɛ na yakɔ akɔsra George nso maame owura dafia mapɔ ne case a wɔde kɔɔ court yi from the beginning maame minim sɛ wankasa wote sɛ ɔkɔ court na wonim sɛ just bibi kɛkɛ na ɔmo pɛ sɛ ɔmo yɛ NDC pɛ sɛ ɔmo play just bibi kɛkɛ because maame how could you tell us me kɔ court simply because ɔsɛ ne case ɔde kɔ ende minister bi ho obi a yɛ appoint minister ɔno feel sɛ ni kwan sɛ yɛ appoint the minister ne ho asɛm de wɔgyina court kura yɛ di na asɛm kura ma appoint ne ayi ɛyɛ friend sɛ minority leader de na asɛm gyina court ɔne de na ɔ court dada a minim sɛ ruling kura ba ayi offer yaw what ayi ruling no NDC ayi caucus no because I'm say almost 30 dates ni for somewhere Monday or so mentimi monitor because me kodi nwram afei no mapi krum eti menim say ruling na ba osa ni pa na ma me mo ye no a minority leader eji free how na duru sunsem a na ogina court so da fiam akose hwan na wo case nti a ye ni minister enye yi me feel say from onset na ma me nya judge but I can say for a fact say case now the court na ye empty no money case we are just like the 2020 presidential election results the court say didn't get about bonten be can say no money evidence omoko kodi je court ne ho agoro keke enti I'm not surprised say court no abatu agu nipa 7 the trans right I'm 7 and 5 money padodo ni nyina abatu agu se bia 7 no ni nyina so na nya sem papa bi o se de be ha Supreme Court agene Mejidi ye said the next time I'm ye nyina ye hwe and it says Supreme Court nso behwe na this anti-gay bill nso wahwe na mo so aka no so ho asem na afa ye hunu ye mfeit because Ghana phobia started raising concerns say anti-gay bill de na di kan baaye adenti na no de mo hwe ye na ye di mirika ko head afia makode but in all court no ma me unim say 3 arms of government no judiciary ka ho the judiciary and the executive and legislature. Said the speaker Timmy Tana Konya Mukachre Ghana Funina say, or no Nakonya no Tesono. He's not being controlled by the president. The same way the president Timmy go control judiciary so. And a young Ghana phones yen Timmy control judiciary no. So the also at say judiciary and in their jurisdictions, they decide which case to be handled first. Which the executive have no control. And no political party had that control. Unless say NDC for bet me prove to us say, Mame, 2012 presidential election results, friends, petition there the court, omo influence ye. So omo influence na so omo gidi o makomom so omo influence dia. Then they have no locus. So mbejina be aka say bia MPP as a political party and a party in government, we influence the economy no. Unless say omo set precedent no. So me I say allotment me doing them was sorry kon maybe say no say president ben almost say ye I mean influence court na bra no mo ban mu ana so mo gidi ye so man to influence court on there then why do they believe say MPP they bet me influence court no? They should give us a break. Court not taking the decision now. The speaker, the boys in your court, the parliament should decide when also mo pass a clear sampling for you. No mutimi economic start your moduma. Enti mami, that is for the Uri Adafia Makpo case, Okay. The next one also then. The I'll stay within the
president is not courageous enough to assent to it.
I am so surprised, mami. Let me give it to you. I'm so surprised here. We are here topics and discuss it. Didn't get here. As a mokokai. Said will be a children not doing or no so a children not doing. And I didn't tell me say different from the Eddie Kanki can you dada. Mami, it's almost the same thing. The Ghana phone in there can say. So and let's say don't get here no so no be catch as a fin when you're near. Awati anti Gilbe Nwasem to be catch Ghana for the president Nika region so they be a sign here. I'm surprised. Mami, as I'm that day, Yemi Sase, I will ask a shedun about just three or two or three questions. Case in I can was a mammy, Obi Fanko court one. Obi Fanko court. Obi the court. They toss me, no. So Kai letter last week, better than the Kenya, Ura Santi Bedia to a president secretary. A Troyano. Mamu ready letter ni ye. The letter ni person catch Ghana phone na and say, Bill na ye di man penye kufu ado atem na nka bill no enu executive o. Mammy saw it say all Cassatre clerk and say on train crown son or the aba. So before I am here, Basti you had last week Thursday, no. Na bill nankasa enyanru presidency. But near the president at times was one sign. Go find the decline. We trouble president left, right, front, back, center. Say one sign or you need and you do a best sign. Be what bill na mammy ye de papa you go home to quay. Bill nankasa ni fan command impo. You can verify from the parliament. Enyan kodru na kachimpo. And a man for raising concerns. Because my parliament pass or mumbra ni we are. It go through process. And sign a clerk net me move. Eddie a co baby or say konya final approval no. Ni process e go through grade ye. And letter this year no kwanso.
Letter no state say you attempted.
How?
How? That's the question.
Attempted can be say a phone call because and yes one I'm going to say the woody dance here.
Would be become president? There are rules and regulations.
Exactly.
For me will be and
Sapepepe.
And in Nipano or we be or the court no say you attempted. You nearly sneaked in.
And no yeah, according to you. According to you. But what I'm trying to say is that before the letter, no, you also admit for a fact say that letter is a bill in Kodu presidency. Oh, me say, and yet Ankanya de Kasem. Also, Jitum say, as at the time I hear letter, bill in Kodru. Then Kodakodu. Me say, as at the time, or as Antibedia to air tro. Oh, mammy. Mammy, the Mamma for no, why not just say, would you obey the end there obey you? Ain't mammy, mammy, no income. The American say, also Jitum say, as at the time, maybe some no building could rule, and they may know as a building could rule. Ain't the offer air change or no nudgery. Said they caught and the question will be consumed, and then no credit. Done of waiting, and then no credit.
It was intercepted.
And then no credit. And then no credit.
Oh, yes,
we serious, no. Mammy, we serious. The same people fighting digitalization, no. I feel the Muko used to be. And then we meant to a bit to the Yaka say. A job for Mutia, Mammy, your man, and the idea be a chairman. I don't the chairman, and this is for one Monday. Come in a Kobu Yaho. Nom de monitor election. Anyway. Am I so confused and desperate to the point that I'm working
at drones?
Mammy, Mark of lawyers, a class of lawyers, lady pooling agent, Molusu election. Lawyers, and I'm a far lawyer as an eternal. And we'll go pooling agent in the Molusu. So, Mammy, me, I don't see anything new be what the Ure say don't get here air canon. And yet, ye be to me, ye be who be a, and you began a fork and on so can be. But MPP as a political party, I can't pay. Saying you know, train say, bill no, a home semi coupé court no, ruling beba. Na mampenity me nyakwan the bill na brand no wetimi nyakwan no appending the signature. And I can promise of fire was an eternal and then to be. Me say on this issue, there be a bit discussed. We have promise of fire. So far, and then so me some promise will be. Say kwemu da ho na be ni kudu mampeni aso ye. Any one day obe sign. Ekwan dey say kwan na ho court jina kwan nim. Court jina kwan nim to ante say be court na free ho no.
Eno so yedua na modua ni bi.
Enua hwe banchefuo udbugu eye. Eye banchefuo oyawe bugu twagu ni enkodua ho ne ma pese odua. Enti dey yan say court no be bie kwan mu. Court ni bie kwan mu maame. Yenso ye beko ana mampani behwe no append the signature ewo ho. Maame on the issue of GRE, right?
Yeah.
Me, I have a different view. Which
is,
you know me very well. I always speak my mind when an NBA course tournament, I'm not satisfied with it. Amisha die sack is in the right direction. Mampeniache. I know they may catch your plane. Amisha die should have been sacked way back. And it's a ne Mampenisu who were in a right direction. But my problem is that, Mame, me santimemu na me free. Mame BIAMAH ifiri achemmemu. Enso watena santimemu atena bonumemu achepa yi. Ti unim mu nsem mame kura ku asantimemu. Mabobo ano pe. Eneja. Santima ya Mame BIAMAH do ye bibiri wono obusua. Ye obebu obi ayebu. Na mame tie be no. Yɛsɛ sɛ aberewa wu na ade aberewa di ade a ɛyie no watu ahyɛ da kɔɛ nkyɛ aberewa nso bɛkɔ maame yɛn nyinaa tena kurom a fight sɛ ɛmɛbunu no maame meyɛ young o ɛnneɛma no bi wɔ no ma yɛka nyɛ political party asɛm o ebi a enka ye ma saa aberewa yi so yɛde na kɔtena hɔ sɛ ɔnkɔ commissioner general no so kɔɔ ya enka young person bi benya position na position ekuta no so ayɛ vacant na agya yɛn so yɛnya baabi di ahyɛ ba maame wayi 42 na ade do benya 42 June ɛkɔtena hɔ no ma aka one man to say no no so anya 42 I mean kwasi kono ogina nkwantia me I don't support the appointment of Julie Esiam maame and do you know why yeah customs and GRE for to abetia NPP 2020 election the kind professor there somewhere board chairman nsem bi okoki kan ho any bad treatment or the workers union no maame what say the workers union na so you so mo mpem maame no mtimi ni adwuma and this woman maame it is alleged said bodyguard or bodyguard no a custom officer uniform officer I will drive no maame timi sinasum hey it is alleged say maame ya yabo ni din so onko di commissioner general no etimi hwe uniform officer sum na do you think say sa officer na wo born asum no na busuafo bi MPP omukọ a na okoka the experience of babesia ede na famu na okọ obekọ akotena ba ma obi mu maame mbisu asa obekọ akotena ba ma MPP man Penny Akufo-Addo with all due respect me I don't support the appointment of Julie Esiam because he is doing the bid for NDC the all you know she's campaigning for the NDC with the behavior and the attitude.
Now Obi Asman, what has it got to do with NDC?
Mami, politicians who.
And at the end of independent.
And I make catch on in the name of who?
And yet one man appointment.
And I may be sent in a minimum penny in Ekasano. Many the appointing authority in Ekasa. Said the all you know. Mammy behavior, Ekosu Hono. It's against the appointing authority and it's against NPP as a political party.
Based on what you are saying,
yes.
Based on a session, I would just say, yeah, alleged.
Yes.
Enti Akufo-Addo and as President Akufo-Addo, enti me appoint you Obia. Sani panos beti me abed dasa subani bi. Eye subani woni penu. It doesn't mean the person belongs to a certain party and
oh, menkaso belonging there, missing the behavior.
That is Obi NDC ni.
And to say, but it's rather campaigning for the NDC because provoking Crawford out there before better beti ayi. Menkasa to say, came here.
Okay.
Because there's no way say, MPP for what GRE customs. I campaign binum do musika to motorbike be support ye, which I know. Mami, which I know. And they are sideline you omo. And then Crawford ye nimom so me no NDC. And then you promote to Omo. And let me ask. I am speaking for no, I'm not this time around. What I'm saying, I'm not referring to Julie, but I'm saying that workers union no moto de nti omani abra omo sorry no mame. Oko institution bia organa ha. Let me say this. We have every political party caucus in the institution. Of course, every political party e want the caucus ho and the kwajiari they ko be MPP caucus na change some mbeka kire. Sampenifo nte ya ene mampani sha dan suma national security for no mko survey e wo GRE say what is the stand of NPP at the GRE and he will be shocked to hear the things they will tell him because they feel that they are all peeved. Man, we go there every day. I mean fighting so me every day. Me no ka say me fi GRE na ebe. Mami, and if I tell you Nkrofo approach me kasa omubuo fu because of disappointment. Now how can you be a commissioner general in institution or man no mkoya adwuma against you? Because they feel say wuni nipa hondo. Aden na misha dai ba ni yanka we yamfa ne ho. Mami otima say owura Kofi Ntikoti na many years. What is obi aka chenzo ni nipa hondo? But we could ya online. Na kwa tie nsem Nkrofo kafa mami ho. Ade ono kwa na nipa been after 61 years. I say still a man appointment. Mami, go to NPP party headquarters. Even Crawford that handle national positions and no motifie. Amu ni adwuma ye. Who also qualify? Papa, your former treasurer. We reference here Abankwa Eboa. senior accountant, a finance officer who is well qualified to sit at that position. Where is Abankwa Eboa? I mean, where is he?
On the owner party niam.
Already on board, on the Yamiadum, Yamofa, Yadnakwa, your friend is a Stiga. But you ask yourself, these qualified people who are knowledgeable. Abankwa Eboa his leadership as a treasurer, he was able to mobilize money for us to win 2 elections. And then, the position better or yes, one could be mono or tifie. At the end of the day, Yamano, who is so qualified? Who is Julius Yam? What is her contribution to the party? Mami, you should come out and tell us what is her contribution to the party. Or the appointing authority to tell us. Mami Yanumbi, let me tell you, this appointment, no, Ama Yanumbi a bofu. Why? This woman from nowhere occupy position of the commissioner. And then you never heading all the commissioners. What is so special about Julie?
Is a woman says she has not contributed to the party. And
aside that, no, Mami,
she doesn't qualify.
She doesn't qualify.
Hey.
Mami, she doesn't qualify.
Wow.
I know you ask me why.
And when they qualify to
be a journalist. Oh, a journalist. Take your time. You can walk to her office. Go and find out her qualification. An educational background. Even to become a commissioner of support service or a commissioner of DTLD or a commissioner of customs. Criterion, you must have a master's degree. First of all, sitting there as a commissioner of support service, I think I know any master's degree. We know. And then more posting on Facebook status or school Canadian Melona or you course be went to me course to croak ready. At the end, start question and pulling it down. Because they invest in a board in the public knowledge, we can cross check. I don't have a problem with the certificate. I am room qualified to be a commissioner general. What is the kind? I mean, the experience I'm already gotten as commissioner general.
He was a deputy commissioner.
Please. I don't know her. I don't have any personal beef with her.
It appears you do.
But I think, no, I'm fighting for the interest of the nation. And bear in mind, this is my government. So for me to speak this way, you should know that the American himself is not in favor of my government. Mame, and I make my office or me free hon ebe. Nidinya piano. Go, you also call me. You have access to the place. Go and do your own research. And you come to understand, say, it's not about she alone. It's about the whole institution on your Mokwakoya Juma. Now, mame, a situation whereby Nipa on your Mokoya Juma ni Jidie Womono. Will you survive? No, answer me. Will you survive?
It depends.
I am saying that, maybe dear, I don't know about other people, but from what I've heard today, and conform me and son and nine and numbia me no musia or my friend me phone so free people have communicated with. Our senior members of GI and the customs, no, they are not happy. One test make penny appointment who has them say that. So for me to come out and tell you this, mommy, this is an election year. I am telling you this. I'm an MPP. I will always remain an NPP, but this is an election year. We need people who have the party at heart. Me, man, penny reshuffle we see about next week, you know. Then appointment and perform be win election ye more. Every political party, the vision in this one is to win election. We win election. We are the second vision, is to manage the nation well. I'm not in support of Julius Siam appointment. Because to me, and to the things, the evidence that I have now, she does not qualify to be there. We can give her any other appointment. I'm not against it. But as a commissioner general, no, there's a question mark. But as I said, and not only Mami Julius Mkwana, my information, even the commissioner customs, the former military officer been there, Bahon, commissioner customs. I don't have any problem because on 60 years. No. But Mami, I can say for a father says do is younger than the commissioner general Yabonidin. Say age in the say dunya 60 years in Chai. Tis the age ye or say do dia. Then why are we appointing 62 years or make commissioner general? Me, that is my beef. Yeah, you already Misha die because o sister too. Yen you can go ya sanita no kan the crusaders are. Mo crusaders are penny say yes yen you know. Omo to illegal you know. You were part.
But that's worry.
So me that is my problem. Se man penny Akufo-Addo betie me na obeye hu bibia. I think say ya do ura ya sanita no ko ho. No okwa akoye adwuma as commissioner general. Onye 60 years. Onkobo obi asotro that said the oma allergy so abo ayine bodyguard the custom officer or driver bodyguard no abo sotro ya otiwe omo sotro da onoda no betre radio so dwa nanum papa so boys oni boys bi awute me ne na oni boys bi ahu nti eno anum jabi do dwa kenken kwa o boys anka wo ya du sika ko 2 years na fe no betre so o boys anka ngoje di dada. Any right process. What right process? Fanico police station. You know. What can have a boys be na come asem. Who need boys be a wood? Me man can be. Me man can be.
Nana ke me da se.
Mama na say. Who need boys be a wood? And one na me man can. Do be so kana na me man can.
Nana nko.
Sha say na ke woni ha. Probably won't hear.
Yeah.
Like he rightly said, no.
Be no.
Concerned citizens. Your petition, parliament, petition, all the necessary institutions.
And this woman also part.
Now, some allegations, the way our Kasano, it's more or less it's an insult to the president himself. Say, Sebi, Unanake, we better as a president, an appointment now, why you know? And yet, woman ain't qualified. Yes, and then you are insinuating, you are saying, say, information gathered from within. Are telling you, say, my men ain't qualified. It is the basis on which you are making these allegations. And the fact is, yes, you see, my men says, I can say, she brought certain principles. Now, Nipadia, Obian, who I have more position, be Obin Kamasem in this our dispensation. And if you want to get better and further particulars about Mami Julie, Bisaniye, right? What it
Get
is
closer
that,
to her.
No, not closer. You don't need to go closer to her because this is if you go closer to them. Now, quiet to say, you understand what I mean. But if you need information about any of them at GRA, you will get it, right?
It's available.
Say, who can say, like you said, no. Every institution, as we see now, NDC caucus, MPP caucus, and they have people who will give information to whichever. President no say on him say mamine and to me near bibia M1 course or appointing. You were trying to draw the lines of saying a contribution to the party any day. Do you know probably what she has done? Do you know what Amishada has done? NT or not? That's what he was telling.
Asking questions.
Yes, I know. That's why I'm also saying, sir, some of the information you may not have been privy to. Some fans say be behind the scenes.
Is it wrong to ask questions?
No. And I'm saying, sir, don't.
Oh, you are answering my question.
No. I'm saying, say, don't rely on exactly what you heard from so-called some people and say she doesn't qualify. And yes, I'm coming so say unqualified. The president has the right to extend Obi Awako retirement.
Let her
no. Oh, yeah, I ask questions. My questions in it, me the diamati aka ho.
She doesn't qualify.
Hold on. Me we me the account say the me titi wa GRA ni. Mampani national security kutano. Onye underground survey.
But who told you that it was not done before he appointed?
Well, you also have a point.
Yes, he the way I mean who the way he bore Amisha that he wouldn't have gone in for another person who more or less have retired. On him, what probably, and it was based on advice, and the farmer, recommendations. I'm telling you. You see, when you sit, of course, those who are peeved within, I would not say there's none. And so they will sit out there and tell you, bomuma and so and so. It's happening in the police service. It's happening in the military service. It is happening everywhere. Where somebody will be appointed, the CIA can say, there will be issues around the person. Until for me, and what we have gathered, I think so, now your first petition in the press conference, and then the background checks that we did, and your own NPP people, they have told us the contributions that she together with Owura Mishadai hire to your party. Dig very well, you get the necessary information.
Thank you.
And I feel said, like we said, no, we will go back and then do underground study. I can say 8 months. 8 months. 8 months. So because on what no, she'll be able to stay affairs better than say back of our Abankwaya boy.
Yes. And I can wrap it up, mommy.
I mean, I know see you. Me do fast. Now, offer the name him say one person very consistent. Say me him say we lose that consistency. We lose. Yesterday, you wrote a whole letter about this woman.
Me.
That's the point I'm making.
Yes,
at the time as you
we were mentioning those who have gone through the retirement age.
Yes, I'm not making.
Retirement age.
I
thought say the prerogative lies in the hands of
it's
the
true. We stated it in our petition.
What I'm saying is that no one names a 2 million president on a normal petition.
There be was there illegally from 2021. No, Commissioner General. No, there's no letter saying you will still.
And I'm saying as that time a momo chro petition. No money in a contract.
So we were calling for that.
Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful for coming. Mr. Yawasanitano, Emmanuel Adote Alote, and Nana K. Nana Kwadra J. Yabwa. Maybe a telephone line is not tomorrow. Also, bet me a friend out. Do I drink chat by 0302243540. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon,
Eba Jodini baby afrefi.
Yo, median no come because if you have some answers.
It's you.
Oh, I mentioned on it my power bomb mangana. Don't count. When you feed the case, the main shop and case umi family friend one do not friend a darling boy or some answers. As some answers in mine, Muamu di Mon, I do with you. Mon kind of 70 years a month to Abamano, no home better. I could not know you as some answers. I may be a man. Maybe I may share a starboard the Jerry board the president at the Zobo or the Flabbe Tuano. Answers are you. She knew her best sister. Now, for 8 years, I went to me and yes, she went to me and yes, race up for. I got some few months now, bear race up for. My baby, Ama, a bit more, maybe who say, a bit more, a bit more soon, baby, no more favorable position because we are my she knew her at the Baba and say, be a new name, Sacre, at the very at the Baba, on my baby, no more so much.
Medasipi. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Mamma.
Eba, Yamian Dumo, Dini baby afrefi.
Mamma, you go to my dinner.
Your fee, uncle.
Mamma, that's the kid, the motion. Number in a ya about money. Nanaki, when Sukra, when Abambona for joining. Abang only the one born in Quaquam, one continue New Year, Juma. Where you are buying? Nanaki, then you are born in crack. Mr. Bataka, no, walk out for Pension. I'm saying, I could find one day, and for Columbia. Oh, why should my for pointing me? I was doing the 61 years, 55 years, and I just probably been who too. Remember, when you say yes, so what for pension? She president, I will say yes, so no, I bet them, why shall I get bread? So, if you make some of my when you estimate how much to do, we can try to do how much to do. I will become a comedian, don't mind them. So, what the for a woman, what is the would become good nature who took us to moon? It's a moon who could fully put your own. Yes, I'm a cayendo. Then the case, someone will be. Oh, I'm going to join it. And for comfort, what do you do? I wanted to my dinner. No, they came from me, but we are probably on by there. On by China, then the case, birthday to Missy, and Badun there. And Badu China, then the case, one to them, Bado. Then the case, a Santua, a Satak Mabu. What do you call Baba Woman up here? Habilo? They say, bring the 8 party, Mr. Lake, who do what that? Me, no, Mr. First of all, you soon can I say, Mr. M. Badu done in the case.
Medasipi. Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, I mean, BIAMAH AKWAFO.
Eba Jodini baby afrefi.
Eba Joy, Dr. Newman, it's my committee to Nagape.
Yanko.
It was Nicola Dama Menchia, a year anti Esther Debbie, or Gapua, the Chan Pana, and Tidana Francis Ada, on CS first by Vitas NTP, showing the office of Abachi, and my way. Mammy, yes, sir, MPP 34, especially President, the office or more, at the Bano. say omo na tumi appointment ne no yes so omo say omo ye bibi there's a party no company yes so omo fa so pemu e party no tabi e dey so for nkwa o ye na e wase no na e tinsem it is a team business e be company omo fa na duma because obi no omo betuma free asia ma be so ma be company ye na e wase no na company buy ho it e buy ho na e ka omo 10 years as go na pemu so that we appointment let's say majority omo party members e wo mu a company ni para share yati to wo mu say the whole power be self use support we jaba suma be basuma e bu be e tu no kukra de as e fe kwade na si hormone e ti so man pani support me ti ba de sama focus on e ti to e party no e go focus on a o fe cause no me e wish for am changes no mo turn na be compare e ko for fu about for me no can say ye dey about 7 years ye we need one city call party mu but you cross here because of politics na any campaign here up to date independent man ya proper no who ko bia o mo say e na mo twa so be ko mu no obi wa amre ni bad ni guest
Medasipi, hello, good afternoon. Hello.
Mami Soja.
Yes.
Leka ekonama.
Efo, yanko.
Efo na business wa. Mami chia nanaki. Ene na ute ene de ni asi abiripa. Mami BIAMAH un kasa ute nanake nyo nipa. Se obe kasa sa passion odi kasa ngeni. Se le bibia ba se mi brother nkan. Mun sha ni po mo ya tuma e ma patch. One say where ye your election year. No be a keke na ma ku fami say omra be you say ya padi for me kasa mun tiyo. Kuntinanake why dipa you will be we shall champion this cause. We make sure that even this woman is installed at DFA bossa, DCRO, some kind of thing. You will be young pinita. What you see because near my cost, yet time one people. I said another down for what you need. It's about everybody. The writing must be done. Mami BIAMAH, kakra mi person ni can say. If I GPRTU Q now, who can watch him? Me teach and this maybe cut out we are, especially former President Mama. Now me teach you cut out one. They me yeah. Where three four baby say.
Medase. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello.
Bachodi ni baby Afrifin.
Mami BIAMAH wa AKWAFO.
Yanko.
Bajo wa de si oru won kwasi buate encantamento. Manye wa feed case ye de every ni ho seconds per wa da Roma. Fatima Abubakar, ababa wo buade o so nyankopon. Na mi nshira Fatima papa information minister. Sanwa Japan, Zumla yo panipan. Na mi nshira no Robert Ramti ukumkom Madina onwa na eko no size. Me pa cho me de masma me kan say. So man pani ponti obia. No ni mpani fo again one star. Na asisa munye ntumago. Ani esina bontin. Edimesere me papa MPP ni say na dawroma. Sembi wo na wo kan na NDC fo na nyayen. Ndo mu so mo huru yen ya. Omo huru yen fita. Every day of amampani enya appointment ya. Oni ni mpani fo ensi hungonwa da. Enti oni ni mpani fo ensi hungonwa. Ano ma ohuru say we na daboa. Nyina mfa bona kuma kronta echire. The IGP o yinu yi. Me kura me mpano. Aso so hweduma IGP abo Ghana.
Medase. Hello, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Yamziwan.
Me bachodi ni baby Afrifin.
Joseph ni kasa free Madina.
Yo, yanko.
That's ne juma pa na nyame kaka ma mtan kaka na ka masra yewra ai so boy ma na yewu me tukwa last 2 weeks me call off na somewhere to me there Mr. Police for omo mbwa ya north side edi kobupe me hu say an Roberts pa wo du yendi na ade about 6 untimi ko tatali ona na me free me hu say police for say commanders na omo ho no from yendi to Zabzugu to tatali no say omo mbwa ya na there is no way say uti omam na say 6 na untimi ko bibi entina na ya ka say 24 hour economy no we nyina police for bananka omo doors na ometima ya barriers bebre aboa ya ho anka ba boa pa mementi ase say ya wo mam na abosix a untimi free yendi enko tatali IGP omboa pa
Medasipi Azraka sie enkoma production crew Joe Dami Adoma Jerry Osaji my friend ma na ya safo Wanda Roma na wie wo mo bo mi chidom Emma me de me mind to djuma die bre wo abre me de musia no say mo nyina mo ni tuase wo kire nyame ya adom a yesu amani hunu da Easter ochina good Friday yenyi de hwe da no na yenhye ne yi enhye ne so na yeni no kronkron na emoaye ade bi abakọ ya do bakoto problem no twe ho obi ya argument bi na afisa ekoma na ekosoro aminu ya twaso na twe ho because na Ghana wu a wa foolish death wa wu foolish death pa na me kan chro no ameka minyamatu ameka onyangotu enkosi aga okun free enti hwe na argument na no ye de aminu ya twaso na pe ba bi fa panipa ne che mesere wo de bem enfa hwe ma enti wa ho ofeso o ye tietie ma anya tenten wo ye tenten ma mpem ma fom wo ye hwe a ma anya kase ka koma to yam yemfe no nante Easter break mo amokokọ no so mo hwema na mo nto yie na mo hwema didie yie enche na yi kokan ye beso ano enti mo hwema didie yie mo atitru mo kokọ no a party bi na abekọ amenu ahwe ho yie na hwe yi na asamafo ase woni bete na agina samado junction asamado junction ho no mo soso obi anim ho onkoa na agina ho na wusun esu a wusun so obi nte na esun bi aboa mo me hwe ho yi me de nyame jamo edin ede MAAME BIAMAH AKWAFO esu afrem biamzi 1 ndem di dwumadi ho chia me sorry ola mike na pamfo so betena se o ma gi entata kofi nyame jaw makrao